It's Who Is J Beats. I'm back with another video. Today I'm gonna talk about promoting yourself as an independent artist with a small budget of $600. This is a series of 3 videos. The first one I talked about having no budget. This is the small budget, and the next video will be the big budget, about $5K. Let's talk about $600. If you save $100 for 6 months straight, you'll be able to have a small budget to do a small rollout. When you spend $600 and you can spread it out correctly, that's when you're planning. When you don't plan, you're planning to fail. One thing I hear in a lot of artists' vocabulary is, it doesn't work, this doesn't work, I tried and it doesn't work. That's because there was no plan involved. I'm talking about a calculated plan. I'm talking about my end goal is here, and these are the small milestones that I've planted and I need to achieve to get to that end goal. Let's talk about working in baby steps. So the first thing I will invest into as an artist with this $600 budget is a videographer / photographer. $200. This videographer / photographer is either going to be getting in-studio footage, they're going to be shooting a music video for you, and I'm not talking about just a super high tier level. This could be a friend that has a camera. You guys can sit down and edit these videos. There's plenty of free video editing softwares. Even like Adobe Premiere is pretty cheap. You can get that on a monthly subscription. And this is another thing. The reason why I say $200 is because you can take a friend that has kind of used the camera before. Just go ahead and rent one for $75 for a few days, and then give him the other $125 to make the $200 and have him shoot for you. Now you can sit down and edit this content yourself. There are a lot of different ways you can finesse for having no money. This is just one of the biggest ones. Going ahead and renting that camera equipment. Think about it, paying a little bit of labor. $125 for somebody's day, that's actually a lot. So you can get a lot done in that day renting that camera. $75 is like 4 days or 5 days renting a camera in Atlanta. Every time you do a release, you need a music video. You should really invest into putting your face out there, because when it comes to Spotify playlists, there's a lot of music that's under that one playlist. You want people to be able to distinguish who you are and who's made this music, so they can be a real supporter, a real fan. How can people support you when they don't know who you are? Speaking of Spotify playlists, this is another investment that is very, very lucrative for artists nowadays. The first thing you want to do is figure out what genre is your song. Like, what's the niche that you're in? When you find a playlist on Spotify, their followers all have the same interests. They want to hear the same type of music. When you find that playlist after searching lo-fi jazz music and you see that they have 100,000 followers, you go ahead, you find out who the owner is, and negotiate the placement with them. I would say have a budget of $200 for this. After investing into the videographer and the Spotify playlist, we now have $200 left out of our $600 budget. Here's the next one. I think this one is pretty fire. It's called Submit Hub. Submit Hub is a place where you can submit your music to literally all blogs, all YouTube channels. So this is how it works. If you have credits on Submit Hub, they're obligated to review your submissions and give you a chance. I would advise you to get $50 worth of credits on Submit Hub right now. If you need any help with that, you're gonna need to hit Wolf for sure. We'll be in the description. So look, now we're gonna put $100 into ads. I would break it down for Instagram and YouTube. So the reason why we split the $50 between Instagram and YouTube is because on Instagram, you can retarget your followers, the people that already follow you. Some of these people aren't gonna see your music posts just because the algorithm on Instagram is the way it is. So when you pay for the ads and you retarget your followers, okay, now the people who already followed you, which is warm leads, they're gonna be hot leads now because, okay, boom. Like, he's putting it in my face now. The reason why you get it on YouTube is because YouTube is really, really good with getting your views up when you spend the money the correct way. Now we down to the last $50. Influencer marketing. I don't mean super big influencers, I mean more micro. People that you may can give $10 for a post, $15 for a post. I would say have a $50 budget for that. Go ahead and get some people that have some small platforms and ask them for a quick post, $10, $15. If you need any help investing in any of these points, make sure you DM Wolf. I will have his link in my description. If you enjoyed this video and you learned from this video, subscribe to my YouTube, turn on my notification bell. There's plenty of free sauce. Follow me on Instagram at WhoIsJBeatsLLC. I'm out.